Welcome to NAHMA. My name is Noor, and NAHMA is an inclusive yoga space. We design yoga classes for yogis of all levels. So if you're a senior, if you have mobility restrictions, if you're just feeling lazy today and you don't want to get off the couch, you can do this session. So today's class is an exploration in self-care. We're going to be using a combination of breathing exercises, affirmations, and loving touch in order to work through difficult emotions that you might be feeling these days. So we're going to move through the chakras and use some traditional yogic exercises and combine them with traditional Chinese medicine and qi-gong exercises. By the end of this class, you should be feeling balanced, relaxed, and hopefully your mood will be lifted. So I invite you to just relax into it, enjoy this class. There's no rules, just make it your own. And thank you for being here. I'm excited, and let's get started. So we're going to start by sitting towards the front of our chairs, just to make sure that our feet are fully connecting with the ground. If you're sitting towards the front and your feet still aren't connecting to the ground, grab a pillow, put it under the soles of your feet to make sure that you have a stable base to work from. Then we're going to just have a quick look down, making sure that our toes are tracking forward, our knees are tracking forward as well, so we're not sort of hanging out like this or like that. And just make sure that both your sitting bones have an even amount of weight distributed between them so you're not falling over to one side. And once that's taken care of, let us begin. So you're going to start by closing your eyes, if you wish, just resting your hands on your thighs. And you're going to start to maybe rock the weight gently back and forth from the balls of your feet to your heels, back to the fronts of your foot, and then back to the posterior of your foot. You're just making sure that there's a solid connection between your feet and the earth. And from there, can you feel how supported your feet are? Can you feel how they're absorbing energy from the ground beneath them? And then feel that energy traveling up from the soles of your feet, up your ankles, up your legs, so running up your shins, your calf muscles, up into your knees, up into your thighs, moving up into your glutes. And then realize that there's a connection between your glutes, your butt, and the chair beneath you. And feel how solid that chair is. Feel how supported your entire lower body is. And then from that sense of connection, can you see how your spine can really stack and rise long and tall towards the sky? Feel how your shoulders are able to melt down your back. Your arms can just go heavy, your hands are resting on your thighs. And now can you just start to bring your awareness into your breath? Start to inhale through your nose. Maybe exhaling through your mouth. Just gently sighing it out. And now I want you to bring to mind a difficult emotion that you've been working with recently. And once you've felt or tasted the remnant of that emotion, maybe try and take a step back and look at that emotion, examine that emotion from an outsider's perspective. So I want you to identify where in your body that emotion is gripping. For some of us, if we're feeling sadness, there can be a tightness in the chest. If we are experiencing anger, there can be this sort of radiating feeling in the belly, this discomfort. Fear, maybe our hip muscles are gripping. Sometimes when there's things left unsaid, our throat catches, it tightens. So just take a moment to feel where that difficult emotion is inhabiting your body. And now I want you to imagine that you're using your breath as an ally to soften around that emotion. So forget all the stories that you have connected with that feeling. Just focus on where it is in your body. And with your inhale, send some breath into that area. And on the exhale, just allow it to soften a little bit. Take it apart like a psychologist. So inhaling, exhaling, maybe releasing its grip a little bit more. Taking another deep inhale through your nose into that area, flood it with oxygen. And then just let it melt into a puddle. Good. Today we're focusing on acknowledging our emotions without judging them. So we're going to set an intention just for the few minutes that this class lasts. I know you can manage that. And our intention is going to be to accept that we can change our minds. So keeping your eyes closed, repeat after me. Just for the next few minutes, I am willing to change my mind. Let's do that one more time. Just for the next few minutes, I am willing to change my mind. And then with that, let your eyes float open. Taking a deep inhale and exhale it out. So we started by really grounding into the earth, into our chairs, and we established a solid base for our practice. And in doing that, we activated our first chakra, which is located in the perineum. And that's the area that really gives you your sense of security and safety. So it's a good place to start. Now we're going to move into our second chakra, which is located about 4 fingers width below our belly buttons. And this area is really important for your sense of self-worth and creativity. So it's a pretty important area to focus on. So we're just going to activate that by bringing our hands to our thighs. And you're going to start by sitting tall and then just starting to go into some pelvic circles. Now, if you have lower back issues, you can just sit up as tall as you can and then make really gentle rocking motions, moving your weight through your sitting bones into your feet and then coming back round. If you're okay in your lower back, you can start to move a little bit deeper, get really bendy over here. Whatever you do, just focus on that area around your navel and just under. And if you'd like, as you move, start to imagine orange light starting at your navel and radiating down through your belly, because the color associated with your second chakra is orange. Maybe closing your eyes if you're comfortable here, and making sure that you're breathing. Make these movements feel really nice. You don't have to worry too much about finding exactly where your second chakra is. Just by bringing your focus into that area and by activating it, you're already doing the important bit. So one more circle in this direction, and then let's switch directions, moving the other way. Maybe also seeing if there's any bits that feel a bit funky in your hips or your belly. And with your inhales, maybe sending a little bit more oxygen there. One more circle in this direction. And then coming back to center, sitting up tall. Wonderful. Now we're going to move up into our third chakra, our Manipura chakra. It's a little higher up, and it's about where your ribs meet your stomach, if that makes sense. So there's the hard the rib cage, and then there's a cavity just below it. You're going to take two fingers, so your middle finger and your index finger on both hands, and you're just going to gently press into that area and close your eyes. You're going to inhale into your hands and exhale through your mouth. This area is where your ego resides. So it's an important area to spend a little bit of time on. And as you breathe into your fingers, just relax your shoulders down your back, let your elbows be heavy. All your focus should be going into where your fingers are pressing. And maybe start to consider if any difficult emotions that you've been experiencing have anything to do with hardness of ego. And if that's the case, can you allow your inhales to really sink into that area that your fingers are pressing into? And allow your breath to just let that area soften. Let your ego soften. It's all okay. Maybe imagining that bright yellow color radiating through this area, cleansing it, softening it. One more breath here. And then release that pressure. Let your hands just rest on your thighs. So from here, we're moving into our fourth and fifth chakra. So that's our heart and our throat areas. So we're just going to get a bit of movement into our upper body, a little bit of opening. So we're going to start by bringing 4 fingers and pressing them into our chest. And you're going to apply quite a bit of pressure, and you're going to start to almost drag your fingers across your chest towards your shoulders. And by doing this, you're just releasing any tension in this area. We spend so much time hunched over that a little bit of manual stimulation is required sometimes to really encourage this area to soften and open. And you can close your eyes here again once you've got the rhythm. And then take your time. Allow your fingers to move really slowly and just drag any of that tension towards your shoulders and let it go. So pressing into your chest, using as much pressure as you can take, maybe moving into that rotator cuff area, giving it a bit of a press, and then moving back to the center. Making sure you're breathing so that as you open your chest laterally, you're also allowing your breath to expand that area, giving it a really lovely opening. So one more over here. Moving as slowly as you need to, just enjoying this massage. And then releasing it. There's quite a bit of pressure, so I'm just going to shake out my hands. And then from here, I'm just going to make sure that my shoulders, this whole area is really relaxed. So on the inhale, just taking the shoulders up to the ears. On the exhale, letting them just sink down. So inhaling up, letting them sink down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, really rising up, and then just letting everything dangle, hang loose. Okay, so we're going to move into the fourth chakra now, the Anahata, heart center, where love resides, compassion. So in order to really feel and activate the opening over here, we're going to take those same two fingers we used for our Manipura chakra, and we're going to start to feel across our chest, and you'll notice that your chest sort of rises, your breastplate sort of rises, and then just directly under that, it dips. So there's a softer area. You're going to take your fingers and you're going to press firmly, but as firmly as you're comfortable with, into that area. Once you feel like you've got it, you can close your eyes. Let your shoulders relax away from your ears. And then start to notice any sensations that you might be feeling over here. So when I press into this area, sometimes I can actually feel my heartbeat. And initially, that causes a little bit of anxiety because it's not very often that I can feel it. But take a moment to soften and take a moment to really feel this and realize that it's miraculous that you can feel your heart. Whatever might be happening around us, whatever emotional entanglements, we often forget that our organs are functioning without us even asking them to. They're just doing their work. They're keeping on. And it's a miracle. So keeping the pressure on here, you can start to imagine, if you'd like, that there's green energy starting from where your fingers are pressed into your chest and radiating through your entire heart area. And your breath is just sending it all over the front of the body, the back of the body. This beautiful shimmering green light. Just cleansing everything, any hardness, any fear or anxiety. Relaxing your shoulders, softening into this area. and then opening your eyes and releasing it. From here, we're going to move into a stretch through our arms. I'm going to rotate to the side. You can stay where you are. So you're going to reach your right hand out at about chest level, and you're going to basically just press really firmly through the heel of your hand. So your arm is reaching out in front of you, you're sitting up tall, and then can you spread your fingertips wide and start to push them back or reach them back towards your body ever so slightly. So you're going to start to feel the bulk of that stretch through your wrist, through your forearm, and through the palm of your hand as you move your fingers back towards you. Now stay here and breathe. I know it can be a bit of an intense stretch. And if you want to take it a little further, which I encourage if you don't have any problems in your wrists or hands, take your left fingertips and place them over your right finger so that you gently start to encourage the fingers to come back towards your body even more. And you should really start to feel a good stretch through the arm. Staying here and breathing, making sure that your shoulders are relaxed, there's no tension anywhere else in the body. Staying here for one more breath, really pushing through the heel of that hand to make sure that you're getting the best bang for your buck. And then just release it out. You can give your wrists a little bit of a turn if you'd wish. And then taking your thumb and just gently encouraging it back, making sure that there's a stretch being felt through there as well. Don't want to forget the thumb. This guy does a lot of work for us. And then when you're ready, let it go. Maybe shake your hand out. Let's move it to the other side. So now stretching out your left hand or the opposite hand of what you did before. Start to straighten your arm, raise it to about chest height, and then really push through the heel of that hand so that you're getting a really lovely stretch through the entire arm. Then you're going to spread your fingers wide and then start to reach them back towards your body. If you can, if you wish, you can encourage those fingers back even more with the fingers of the other hand. And now this might just seem like a stretch through your arm, but there's also a number of meridians running through your arms, and these control your organs, vital organs like your heart, your pericardium, your lungs, and your intestines. So by working through these meridians, you're also activating your organs, which manage your ability to take in emotions, process emotions. So this is actually a really important stretch for your body, and one, unfortunately, that a lot of us don't do enough. Taking one more deep breath here. Gently releasing it, and then shaking your hand out, maybe doing those wrist rolls in one direction and the other. And then don't forget your thumb. Take that little guy with the opposite hand and then just move it back towards your wrist, making sure he gets a good stretch. And then releasing it, shaking it out. And then continuing that attention to our hands, you're going to take, let's say, your right hand, and you're going to take the opposite thumb and start to press into your wrist. So maybe feel for that space where the heel of your palm meets your forearm. You're going to press into the center, and you're going to start to massage it with your thumb in a clockwise direction. This is an acupressure point, which I believe is called the gateway to happiness, but I'm going to have to check that. Anyway, this area is supposed to be very important for regulating your moods, and stimulating it is supposed to bring on feelings of well-being. So it's a pretty good pressure point to know. Just taking a few more moments to massage on this hand. And then let's switch it to the other. So you're going to find the same point on the opposite wrist and just, oh, I'm doing it anti-clockwise. I'm not sure it matters which direction you massage in, but I was taught to go in a clockwise motion, so that's what I'm passing on to you. But really do whatever works for you. Just make sure it feels good, and just really enjoy getting into these spots which in traditional medicine are very crucial, but unfortunately don't receive much attention in our day-to-day lives. And then giving it one more good little massage. And then let's release it. Shake your hands out. Great. Wonderful. We're going to move up through the body. This time we're moving into our 5th chakra, which is our throat chakra. And we're going to do a series of breathing exercises. I'm going to demonstrate it for you the first time. So you're going to take an inhale, and you're going to tuck your chin into your chest. As you exhale and start to look up to the sky, I want you to exhale through your pursed lips, almost as if you're trying to whistle as you move up and look up. So let's try that together. Tuck your chin into your chest. Inhale through your nose. As you start to exhale through your pursed lips, look up, move your nose to the sky. And then let's do that together 5 more times. So inhale, tuck. Move in the rhythm of your own breath. Your eyes can be closed. You might actually even generate a whistling sound. Good, let's do that 2 more times. And this area is supposed to stimulate your thyroid and is also the seat of your self-expression. So opening up this area can be a really big revelation for us who tend to sit hunched over all day. Opening up the throat can be a really lovely experience. And then gently coming back to center. Now let's bring our attention into our ears for a moment. We're going to take the palms of our hands and we're going to put a light pressure on our ears and start to rub them quite vigorously. So it's a light but quick motion. You're not going to be able to hear me, so just make sure that you take maybe 4 breaths while you're doing this and enjoy that sensation of blocking out the rest of the world as you go inward. So I'm just gonna get the hair out of the way and then take an inhale. Let's do this together. And when you're ready, just let it go and then take your earlobes and give those a little bit of a massage as well. Lots of pressure points in here, so it's really nice to give them a bit of attention. I love this ear treatment. It feels really relaxing and really energizing at the same time. And when you're ready, just let that go. From here, you're going to move up the body into your 6th chakra. So you're going to take your pinky fingers on both hands and you're going to place them basically in that area between your eyebrows, which is also known as your 3rd eye. Then your ring finger and your middle finger are also going to lightly stack somewhere on your forehead, and your pointer finger and your thumb are just going to hang out free. So as you inhale, you can close your eyes and you can imagine that you're directing your breath into that 3rd eye, your 6th chakra. So imagine that the breath is entering where your pinky fingers are placed, and then on the exhale, start to just drag all 3 fingers across your forehead towards your temples. So you're basically inhaling into that third eye, and then as you exhale, you're moving all the tension that might be in your forehead towards your temples and then letting it go. So let's try that together. Pinky fingers on the third eye, top two fingers anywhere else on the forehead, and inhale. Exhale, press into your forehead and drag your fingers apart towards your temples. Just melt any tension that might be there. Let's do that again. You can keep your eyes closed. Inhaling, exhale. Give yourself a little massage as you remove any tension and release it from your forehead. One more time. Inhaling into that third eye, the seat of your intuition. Exhale, moving across. Just deliberately enjoying that massage and then letting go. That was lovely. Now we're going to start to wind down this session with a beautiful breathing exercise called Breath of Joy. It's going to oxygenate your body and leave you really revitalized. I'm going to demonstrate it for you because it's a series of breaths matched with movements. So it's 3 inhales through the nose, followed by an exhale, through your open mouth. And with that, there's some arm movements. So it goes, let's try that again one more time, slowly. So inhale through the nose to the side, inhale up, let it go. Let's do that a little bit quicker, 5 times. Let's go. It's almost like you're conducting. And one last time. Lovely. So that really forces oxygen into your body, but it can also, in the process, leave you feeling a little bit lightheaded. So if that's happening for you, don't worry, it's totally normal. Just make sure that your feet are flat on the floor. Keep your hands on your thighs, and maybe pick a spot in front of you on the floor to focus on as your breathing normalizes. You can close your eyes, make sure that your shoulders are relaxed, making sure that your spine is straight, because now we're going to close this class by bringing awareness into our 7th chakra, so our auric chakra, by imagining that our body is being filled with beautiful golden light. So, when you're ready, I want you to start to inhale and sweep your arms up by your sides with your palms facing upwards. As you move your palms up, you're going to imagine that you're gathering beautiful golden light. And then as you reach the top, you're going to start to exhale, and you're going to melt that golden light through your 7th chakra, through the crown of your head. And then imagine that that light is just trickling, melting down your body and just filling your organs, filling your cells, and making you feel really good. So let's do that together. Start to inhale. You can keep your eyes closed for this. Slowly moving your palms towards the sky, gathering that beautiful molten golden energy. And as you reach the top, start to spill that energy all over your head, your forehead, your shoulders, your chest. Just imagine that there's gorgeous, glowing golden light filling your body up. Let's do that again. So inhaling, gather that light and push it down through the crown of your head. Imagine it filling your veins, your cells. And let's do that one more time. Inhaling together, gathering that light, moving with intention as you release it all through your body, filling your auric body with golden light. That is such a lovely practice for you to do anytime. And now you can stay here sitting tall with your eyes closed. Let your breathing return to normal. Feel your feet pressed firmly to the ground. Feel how supported you are by the chair. Feel how your shoulders are relaxed and moving away from your ears as you sit up tall. And then start to notice any effects that this practice may have had on your body, on your mind, on your spirit. Check in with how you feel. And remember that any emotion is acceptable. Bring your palms together at the front of your chest. Maybe tipping your chin slightly and bowing down, thanking yourself for taking these few moments to really care for your body and your mind. And then gently releasing it, opening your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me. You're amazing. And I hope this practice helped. Please give feedback if you're motivated to, and let me know if there's anything else I can create to serve you. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day or evening. This practice is here for you whenever you need to come back to it. Thank you so much.